So for today's video, we are to study about polynomial equations and the rational root theorem. Okay, I will discuss you about polynomial equations. So in solving polynomial equations, we use synthetic division to determine the values of x for which p of x equals to 0. But the rational root theorem in solving polynomial equations, the method nga polynomial root theorem does not give all the actual roots of the polynomial. We are going to list man sa rational root theorem, we are going to list all the possible roots. Then dili siya maghatag ba og kaning actual roots gyud sa polynomial. Some roots may be irrational or imaginary. So with this, we apply the fundamental theorem of algebra. We are going to apply this, the fundamental theorem of algebra, to find all the roots of the polynomial equation or zeros of the function. So dito taani ha, the fundamental theorem of algebra. Mao atong i-use kay the rational root theorem manggod dili siya dili siya kaning maghatag og actual roots sa polynomials. Okay? So instead, let us use the fundamental theorem of algebra. Okay, so for example, we have here we are going to determine all the roots of 2x fourth minus 5x cubed minus 4x squared plus 10x minus 3 equals 0. Okay? Atong pangitaon na iyahang roots niya, no? First step na to, we are going to write all possible rational roots. So, what are the possible rational roots? Positive and negative one is always yun siya kay factor man siya sa in every number, di ba? Positive and negative one, then we also have positive and negative 3. Asa man si positive and negative 3? Sa factor na to ani niya. Okay? Then we also have positive and negative 1/2. Kani si 1/2, 1, numerator na to kay 1, then ang denominator niya is ang 2, gikan siya sa 2 ang a. Mo na siya, 1/2. Then the positive and negative 3, gikan diri sa 2 ang z, then ang 2 is sa denominator kani nga 2. Mo na siya. We have 1/2 and 3/2 nga fraction. Then the step 2, we are going to set up a table for synthetic division. Kay we are going to use synthetic division man, di ba? We are looking for 4 roots. 4 man ato ang koan. Dere possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, set up na to atong synthetic division. Unsaon to pag kuan right na to, i-bring down na to ang mga numerical coefficient to. We have 2, 2, negative 5, dere negative 4, positive 10, and negative 3. Mao ni siya, di ba? Then, ato ang first nga gamiton nga root is ang positive 1. Okay, gamiton na to si positive 1. Then, the next step na to, unsay next step? Sa solving synthetic division, maura gihapon ang step na to sa pag-solve, di ba? Okay, we have to bring down the 2, the first number bring down, then i-multiply. 2 times 1 is positive 2. Then, negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Then, negative 3 times 1, that is negative 3. So, negative 4 plus negative 3, that is negative 7. Then, multiply negative 7 times 1, that's negative 7. Then, add 10 plus negative 7 is positive 3. And 3 times 1 is positive 3. So, negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So, therefore, the remainder is 0 man. Di ba kani nga last nga number mao ni ang remainder? So, therefore, the remainder is 0. That's why, ato ang root, ang 1 is a root. No? So, root jud siya, ang 1. Then, use the depressed polynomial. Unsa to ang depressed polynomial? Ang quotient nato sa dinhi. Quotient nato anin niya. Di ba unsa man ato ang equation diri is 2x4. Sa ako ang gi-explain ninyo sa synthetic division, di ba mag-write ta siyang depressed polynomial, mag-minus ta og 1 sa exponent, no? Since this is 2x4, so minusan na to, mahimo siyang 2x cubed minus 3x squared, kani is minus 7x, then plus 3. Okay? Then use na to ang depressed polynomial to find the other roots. Atong igamiton. Kani ibalik na to right 2, then negative 3, then negative 7, then 3. Then since ato ganing first possible root diri no kay positive and negative 1. So ang 1 na to is a root. So ari na punta ni negative 1 gamito na to. Okay. Let's use negative 1. So negative 1, bring down 2 na to first, then 2 times negative 1, di ba negative 2. So negative 3 dara. So negative 3 plus negative 2, it's negative 5. Then negative 5 times negative 1, that's positive 5. Then negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2. Then negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Then 3 plus 2 is 5. So our remainder is 5, not 0. That's why negative 1 is not a root. Nakakuha? Ang 1 na to, root ang 1 because the remainder is 0. The negative 1 is not a root because the remainder is not 0. Okay? Then after ana, next na po na itong gamiton. Kani gihapon na to ang gamiton ha, dili na kani nga depressed polynomial niya kay dili man siya 0, so balik tag use ani niya kay nasa ibabaw. Okay, 2, negative 3, negative 7 and 3. Then gamito na pud nato nga root is negative 3 halves. Kani dire, negative 3 halves. Okay? So negative 3 halves ara bring down 2, then 2 times negative 3 halves. Kaya baba mo times 2 times negative 3 halves. Ngano nahimo siyang negative 3. Anak ni siya ha. Sa fraction ninyo good 2 times 3 halves. 2 times 3 is 6. Then divide 2. Negative 3. So negative 3 plus negative 3 it's negative 6. Then negative 6 times negative 3 halves is positive 9. Then negative 7 plus 9 is positive 2. Then positive 2 times negative 3 halves is negative 3. So 3 plus negative 3 is 0. So therefore, negative 3 halves is a root. Kay ang remainder niya is 0 man. So negative 3 halves is a root. So now, ato ang i-write ang iyahang depressed koan. I-write ato yung depressed polynomial, di ba mahimo na siyang x squared minus 6x plus 2 no? Equals 0. Mauna na siya, di ba? So, it is in a quadratic equation na. Unsa ti mailan nga quadratic equation? Quadratic equation gani if the highest exponent is 2, di ba? So, the highest exponent is 2 naman. So, this is a quadratic equation. We can solve for the other roots using the quadratic formula. Okay? I'm sorry. 2x di ay na siya 2. Kay 2 man di ni. Sorry. 2x squared minus 6x plus 2 equals 0. Okay? Write the equation as a quadratic write the quotient as a quadratic equation. Then solve for the other roots using the quadratic formula. Naka-remember pa mo sa quadratic formula? Katong quadratic formula basta grade 8 na to. I mean grade 9. Naagyod to, di ba? Katong negative b squared minus 4ac. Katong sa square root ba? Negative b, positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Mao to siya. Ato ang formula. Kani. Kaning formula na to, sa quadratic formula na to, katong sa discriminant, tong finding the roots ba? Using quadratic formula. So, mao ni siya. Naka-remember mo. X equals negative b, positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay. So, ato anang isolve. Okay, no? Balik ta sa to ang formula. We have x equal sa quadratic formula, negative b, positive, negative square root of b squared minus 4ac. Then, katong nakuha na to sa depressed polynomial ganina, sa to ang gisolve is mao naman ni siya, di ba? 2x squared minus 6x plus 2 equals 0. Basin ma-confuse mo katong gikan diri ba nga gisolve nato. Mao na siya, di ba? Solve for the other roots, solving the quadratic formula. Kani siya. So now, ato na siyang isolve. Okay. Unsaon to ni pag-solve? First na to is pangitaon sa nato si A, B, and C, di ba? Okay. Our A na to is, syempre, kani, numerical coefficient of our quadratic term, x squared. So we have 2. Then our B equals, kani, negative 6. And our C is also we have, okay, positive 2. Then next na tong buhaton, since naa naman taani, ato na siyang i-solve, i-substitute na nato, di ba? Okay, i-substitute na nato. We have x equals negative, what is our B? Negative 6 man. Okay, so negative 6. Then positive, negative, square root of, again, what is our B? Substitute, so negative 6 squared. Minus our A, we have 4, then our A is 2, and the C is also 2. Diba? Okay. The next, we have equals. So what is negative times negative 6? We have positive 6. Diba? Okay, so 6, positive, negative, square root of, what is negative 6 squared? What is negative 6 squared? We have negative 6 times negative 6. It's positive 36. Diba? Okay, positive 36 minus, what is 4 times 2? 8, diba? Then 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, 16. Over, okay, nakalimtan ako diri si 2a. Then 2a na to, we have 2. What is our a? Is 2. Diba? So we have now 6, positive, negative, square root of, what is 36 minus 16? 36 minus 16 is 20. Over, what is 2 times 2? Okay, over 4. Then now, solve na nato. Si 6 ug si 4, ma-divide pa sila, diba? Naay ma-divide nila, diba? Unsa man ilang common factor? Ma-divide sila og 2, no? Ma-divide sila og 2. So, 2 na lang ni kanipod kay 4. Ay, 3. Divide sila og 2 ba? 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Kung unsay number mo i-divide sa ibabaw, maupod sa ubos. Okay? So, ang nahabilin na atay 3 square root of 20, 3 positive negative square root of 20 over 4. I mean, dara nahabilin over 2. So, mao ni ato ang roots na, di ba? Okay, so our x sub 1 or the roots ani niya is 3 plus square root of 20 over 2, di ba? And x sub 2 equals 3 minus square root of 20 over 2. Nakuha? Ana siya. So, ato ang roots, diri na, possible roots na to, katong mga roots na to ba nga mo equate siya og 0, kay we have now, unsa to'y kuan gigamit ato ganina. Unsa man to nga mga numbers nga possible roots niya nga ni-equal siya og 0. Unsa man to? Diba, ato ang we have naatay 1, no? The roots are, so the roots are, nag-use tagay na og 1, diba? 1. Then we also have negative 3 halves. And then, kanina siya nga roots sa duha. 3 plus negative, square root of 20 over 2, and 3 minus square root of 20 over 2. Okay. So, this is now our answer. Mauna na siya. The roots are 1, negative 3 halves, 3 plus square root of 20 over 2, and 3 minus square root of 20 over 2. Okay? Nakakuha? Sige. If na po may mga question, ask lang muna ko ha. Sige, maghatag ko another example. Okay, so we have here another example. We are going to determine the roots of c4 plus c cubed minus 8c squared minus 6c plus 12. Okay? So, since this is already can you write in general equations sa. So, now we are to get first sa iyahang mga numerical coefficient. Kay mo use man ta sa i-use na to synthetic division. Okay. Let's proceed. We have here 1, also 1, then negative 8, negative 6, and 12. Okay, anyway, what are the roots man or the possible roots? What are the possible roots nga to ang gamiton? Possible roots nga magamit na to, we can use ani nga positive and negative 1, then positive and negative 2. We also have positive and negative 12, positive and negative 6, factor niya diriha ni 12. Okay, kana lang sa. So, ato ang first nga gamiton is say negative 2. Okay? So, na to si negative 2. Okay, this is negative 2. Okay. Then, first step, bring down 1. Then, 1 times negative 2, it's negative 2, di ba? Then, 1 plus negative 2, it's negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. Then, negative 8. Negative 8 plus negative 8 plus positive 2 is negative 6. Then, negative 6 times negative 2, that is positive 12. So, negative 6 plus positive 12 is, that is positive 6. Then, 6 times negative 2, that is negative 12. 12 times negative 12 is 0. Okay. So, look at our remainder, 0. So, therefore, negative 2 is our root, diba? Root siya. Okay, next, let's use, dili pa man ta makakuan dire kay. Ato sang isulat niya, no, ang iyang depressed equation or depressed polynomial. C4 minusan og 1 is 3 na lang. This will become c cubed minus c squared or 1c cubed minus 1c squared. Same ra na siya. Minus 6c plus 6. Ana man na, di ba? Okay? Then, kaya na po ato ang isolve using synthetic division. Kutog ta sa squared niya, di ba? Okay, so we have 1, then 1, then negative 6, and then 6. Okay, so let's use diri sa root niya of, we can use positive 1. Sige, use tag positive 1. So, bring down 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 6 plus 2 is 4. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 1, that is negative 4. So, what is, 1, this is negative 1 di ay, sorry, negative 1 siya. So, negative 1, 2 times 1, Kani 0 ni siya. Sorry, nasayop ko. Again na, bring down 1. Bring down 1. Negative 1, 1 is siya ko diri. So, 1 times 1 is positive 1. Then, negative 1 plus 1 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. So, negative 6 plus 0 is negative 6. No? Negative 6. So, negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. Negative 6 siya. So, 6 minus 6 is 0. So, therefore, ang atoang 1 is also a root of this polynomial. Okay, i-write na nato iyang depressed equation. Okay, diri C3 man, so mahimo ni siyang C squared. Okay, C squared. Since 0 man, so ato ang kuan, proceed ta sa 6. Minus 6 na ni siya dito. Okay? Ngano wala tay C diri, dapat na ay C 0 man siya. Di ba kani siya? C3 mo ni siya, minus 1C squared. Then C squared minus 1C na lang din ni. Since 0 man, so wala na, di na nato isuwat. Then proceed ta sa 6. Okay? So since this is C squared minus 6, ato ang i-use ato ang extracting square root, no? Extracting square. This will become C squared equals positive 6, no? Okay? Then para C na lang ang mahabilin, ang sa buhaton, i-extract ang square. Cancel, cancel. So, mahimo siyang C, positive, negative. C equals positive, negative square root of 6. Nakuha ra? C equals positive, negative square root of 6. So, what are the roots? The roots are, unsay roots na to? Unsa man to nga roots ang nakuha na to? We have negative 2, di ba? Okay, we have negative 2. We have positive 1. We also have negative 6, negative square root of 6, and positive square root of 6. Ngano negative 6 and positive, negative square root of 6 and positive square root of 6 man? Because C is positive and negative square root of 6. That's why we have negative square root of 6 and positive square root of 6. Okay. Okay, so another example, we have x cubed plus 3x squared minus 14x minus 20 equals 0. So, kani siya sa inyong page 217. Okay, follow mo sa page 217 in your module book. This is in number 3. So, ako ning ansiran ha. Since inyong ansiran ana is only 1 and 2 man, no? So, we are going to find the other roots. Naatay gihatag nga negative 5. So, given na nato ang usa ka roots no nga negative 5. So, now, atong i-use si negative 5. We, isolve na ni nato. Okay? So, diba, sa synthetic division na to, ato sa siyang i-write. This is 1, then 3, negative 14, then negative 20, no? Okay, then unsa nga root atong gamiton? We have negative 5 nga given. Okay. So bring down 1 times negative 5, that is negative 5. Then 3 plus negative 5, that is negative 2, di ba? Then negative 2 times negative 5, that's positive 10. Then negative 4 times 10, that is negative 4 plus 10 is negative 4. Negative 4. Then negative 4 times negative 5, it's positive 20. Positive 20. Then negative 20 plus positive 20 is 0. Okay. So next, nakuha na nato, given man yung negative 5 is a root, so syempre, the remainder is 0. I-write na to yung depressed polynomial. Depressed naman, dearest polynomial. Nang na-depress ko, ganyan ako ma-depress yung tabi. Okay, ato i-write ang dearest polynomial niya. This is x cubed, so minusan 1, x squared na lang. So this is x squared. And again na, pwede na to siya mabutang og 1 diri, pwede po dili. x squared minus 2x, di na maagida. X squared minus 2x minus 4. Okay, equals 0. Muna siya. Itong rest niya nga polynomial. Okay, next. Next na to nga buhaton is we are going to solve this. Since, di ba, this is in a quadratic form na siya. As what I said lately, nga quadratic equation is, ang iyang highest exponent is 2. So, since this is quadratic form na, atuan na siyang ma-solve. Pwede na to siya ma-factor. We can use sa quadratic formula, daghan man og kuan. Diba sa pag-grade 8 ninyo, grade 9, daghan og method in factoring, no? Daghan og method sa pagkuha na to. We can use, sa pagkuha siyang factor, we can have factoring, anang using quadratic formula, extracting the square, and ana, diba? Okay, since we have now x squared minus 2x minus 4, pwede na ni siya makuha na to. Pwede ta, we can use pod kaning completing the square. Diba? Okay, we can use completing the square. Here, let's use by completing the square. This is x squared minus 2x. Diba sa completing the square, ang ato ang second term, i-divide og 2. Okay, divide og 2 na to. Diba, negative 2, divide 2 equals negative 1. Then, square na to, no? Square, so that is equals to 1. Then, i-add na to both sides. Okay, we are going to add 1 here and i-transpose na to sa negative 4. May mo siyang positive 4. Then, mag-add ta og 1. Diba? So, x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 4 plus 1. So, this is now, okay, ako i-transfer dire. I-transfer na ko dire. X squared minus 2x plus 1 equals, what is 4 plus 1? That is 5, diba? Okay, 5. Then, x squared minus 2x plus 1 is a perfect square man. A perfect square trinomial. Diba? Kay, factor ni 1, nga i-add na to, mo equal og negative 2, diba? Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. The negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. Okay, so we have x minus 1 squared equals 5. Naman, diri po do kani. Basta factor niya. Completing the square, ganito gamiton. Sayon ra kayo na kay x, then copy ang iyahang sa square diri sa pag-divide. Answer sa iyang divide. Quotient diri, ani. Mao na siya. So, x minus 1 squared equals 5. Then, after this, we are going to extract square. Okay? Para makancel na to si square. Okay? Makancel. Na ang nahabili na to is x minus 1 equals positive, negative, square root of 5 na, diba? Okay? Then, i-transpose na to si 1, x equals positive 1 plus minus square root of 5. So, mauna niya ito ang roots. Sa x sub 1 na to, we have 1 plus square root of 5 and x sub 2 equals 1 minus square root of 5. Diba? Okay, so the roots are, unsa man ato ang roots? The roots are, unsa man to anina nato? We have positive 1 plus square root of 5. We also have 1 minus square root of 5 and kato ganina negative 5. Okay, so inana lang, no? Inighuman ganin inyo og solve sa ingon ani, then ma-form na siya og quadratic equation. Pwede na mo use og by quadratic formula, by extracting the square, by completing the square, and ana. Okay, pwede mo chat na ako, grade 10, kung maabot na mo sa ingon ani nga equation, mangutana mo na ko unsa ang gamiton. Pwede ra, ha? Okay, so that's all lang for this video. Okay, thank you so much. I hope nga na may ma-learn ani. Maka-answer mo sa inyong module. Thank you.